Hello, I'm Sarah from Allcraft TV. Today I thought I would try something new by showing you how to crochet a throw blanket without using a crochet hook. That's right, this tutorial is all about using your fingers and hands to crochet. It's a great technique to learn if you are looking to up your crochet game, or you don't have that large hook that you need to complete a chunky blanket, or if you accidentally leave your hook at home or misplace it. I know those pesky little hooks just walk off and go everywhere, don't they? And you end up losing them. That way, if that does happen, you can still crochet your little heart out. If you do like this tutorial, please be sure to subscribe, as I have many other crochet tutorials that you may like on this channel. To be able to hand or finger crochet, you will need your chosen yarn. I have some Mondial Pronto Max yarn that is super bulky weighted. It's 100% acrylic and 120 meters or 131 yards, and it comes in a 200-gram ball. To make this throw, I used 8 balls of the same yarn, as I will be using 2 balls or as one, so that's 2 strands of yarn acting as 1 strand of yarn for this project. As well as your yarn, you will of course need your hands. Now that you have what you need, let's get crocheting. Using 2 balls of the same yarn, place the 2 strands together like this to act as 1 strand. To begin, you need to make a slip knot, so fold the yarn over your finger using both strands to make an X. Grab the strand attached to the balls and bring that up through the loop on your finger and pull it tight to make a slip knot. For this project, your pointer finger will act as the hook and your thumb will act as the tip of the hook to pull the yarn through. So place your pointer finger in through that loop you just created. Now we need to chain 33 to make the width of the throw. So insert your thumb into the loop as well. Grab the yarn attached to the ball, both strands, using your thumb and pointer finger, and pull the yarn through the loop to chain 1. You just created your first chain. Insert your finger and thumb into the loop, grab the yarn and pull the yarn through to chain 2. Insert your finger and thumb into the loop, grab the yarn and pull the yarn through to chain 3. Insert your finger and thumb into the loop, grab the yarn and pull the yarn through to chain 4. Insert your finger and thumb into the loop, grab the yarn and pull the yarn through to chain 5. To make the rest of the chains, just continue grabbing the yarn and pulling it through the loop to chain until you have 33 chains, or you can chain enough until you have your desired width for your blanket. When you are chaining, try and make sure that your chains are fairly even and the same length. So just continue to chain like this until you have your desired width. I am just doing a sample to show you how to finger crochet, so I chained 11, but for the throw I needed to chain 33. For row 1, place your finger back through the loop. Skip the first chain from your finger and insert your finger into the second chain along the hook the yarn with your finger and pull through the chain. Now insert your thumb through both loops, grab the strand of yarn with your thumb and finger and pull through both loops to single crochet 1. Insert your finger into the next chain along, hook the yarn with your finger and pull through to make 2 loops. Insert your thumb through both loops and grab the yarn by pinching it with your finger and thumb and pull it through the loops to single crochet 1. Now you have 2 single crochets. Insert your finger into the next chain along, hook the yarn with your finger and pull through to make 2 loops. Insert your thumb through both loops and grab the yarn by pinching it with your finger and thumb and pull it through both loops to single crochet 1. So now you have 3 single crochets. That's your 4th single crochet. And that is your 5th single crochet. All you need to do is continue inserting your finger into the next chain, grab the yarn and pull it through to make 2 loops, then insert your thumb and pinch the yarn together and pull it through the 2 loops to single crochet. And you'll need to do this all the way to the end of the chain. The 8th single crochet. That was the 9th single crochet. And that was the 10th single crochet and the last single crochet for me. If you have done a total of 33 chains, you will have 32 single crochets. But because I only did 11 chains, I have 10 single crochets for row 1. You can see that using 2 strands of super bulky weighted yarn makes a nice chunky single crochet pattern. You can use more strands of yarn together, but as I live in Queensland, Australia, our winters don't get that cold, so 2 strands is warm enough for me. For row 2, insert your finger and thumb into that loop, pinch the yarn and pull through to chain 1. And that chain 1 acts as a turning chain. So now you need to turn your work. Now you need to work 1 single crochet into this very first stitch using your finger, which acts as your hook. So insert your finger through the first stitch or the 2 loops, hook the yarn with your finger and pull the yarn through the stitch to make 2 loops. Insert your thumb through both loops, grab the yarn and pull through both loops to single crochet 1. Go into the next stitch or the next 2 loops, hook the yarn using your finger and pull through the stitch with your yarn to make a loop. Insert your thumb through both loops, grab the yarn and pull it through both loops to single crochet 1. So that was your 2nd single crochet. Go into the next stitch or the next 2 loops, hook the yarn using your finger and pull through the stitch. Insert your thumb through both loops, grab the yarn and pull it through both loops to single crochet 1. That was the 3rd single crochet. That was the 4th single crochet. And that was the 5th single crochet. Continue the single crochet stitch all the way along the row, going into each stitch and single crocheting 1 until you get to your last stitch. The 7th single crochet, 8th single crochet, 9th single crochet, and 10th single crochet, or my last single crochet for row 2. For the rest of the throw or blanket, you will need to repeat row 2 until you use a total of 8 balls, or you can use more yarn if you choose to get to your desired length. I will show you how to do row 2 again, and then I will leave you to finish your throw. So for row 3 onwards, you are going to repeat row 2. Place your finger and thumb into the loop, grab the yarn and pull the yarn through the loop to chain 1. The chain 1 is only a turning chain and doesn't act as a stitch. Now turn your work. Go into the very first stitch under the chain 1 and work 1 single crochet. Work 1 single crochet into the second stitch, Work 1 single crochet into the 3rd stitch. Work 1 single crochet into the next stitch. And just continue to work 1 single crochet into each stitch along the row using the pattern that you did for row 2. Into the last stitch, work 1 single crochet to finish the row. Again, if you chained 33, you will have 32 chains. Now we have 3 rows of single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Your work may look a bit holey, but don't worry, it is still super warm. If you use 3 or more strands as one strand, there will be less holes and it will be even more of a snuggly blanket. And a lot chunkier too. To continue on with this blanket or throw, just repeat row 2 until you are happy with the length or until you run out of yarn. Once you have your finished blanket, I will show you how to secure your work. Once you finish your blanket, making sure that you single crochet 1 into your very last stitch for your last row, secure the work by pulling the yarn through the loop and tightening it. After you secure your work, you can weave in all of your ends or leftover strands, or you can do that as you go while crocheting your blanket. You can weave in your ends using a tapestry needle any way that you know how to. The width of my finished throw after using 8 skeins of yarn is 74 centimeters or about 29 inches, and the length is 142 centimeters or 56 inches. If you want your blanket to be wider or longer, you will use more skeins of yarn. But for a lap blanket, 6 skeins would be enough to make that type of blanket. The throw is lovely and chunky, and the single crochet pattern throughout works up really quickly even without using a hook. This is the perfect winter blanket. You can also put more strands of yarn together, so 3 plus strands acting as one, and that'll make it even more warm, especially if you live in an area that snows in winter or that gets really cold. This would be a perfect blanket for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this tutorial helpful and interesting. We would love to see your finished or Craft TV projects, so please share them on our Facebook page or tag us in an Instagram post. If you did like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials. Have a lovely day and I hope to see you next time.